Good morning, Canada, and welcome to RCTV. I'm here today with my co-host, Roger. We're heading out to Winnipeg for the Eliminator Show and Shine.
Oh, and we'll see Carl Buchgruber's American Airlines Electric too.
And some winter flying as well, which is kind of fun.
Eliminator RC presents RCTV, your radio-controlled authority. Brought to you in part by RC Pit Stop, bringing the best of RC to BC since 1989. And John's Hobbies, Toronto's local hobby store. With your host, Nick Rack.
Hi, I'm Ryan from Eliminator RC. Well, we promised you snow flying. Today we're going to bring it to you. And we have Greg here with some of his microplanes today.
Micro, yes.
Just some little ones. Greg, what do you have into these planes? I see this one's gas.
This is the Hangar 9 Beast with a Desert Aircraft 120cc gas engine. It's kind of a crow for air brakes.
And I believe this one's electric.
This is a Slipstream S-Back converted to electric with the Power 120 for power, about 12 pounds. And both of them will go straight vertical.
Very nice pieces you got here. How many hours do you think total you have into both of these planes?
For flying.
Both flying and building.
This guy probably took about 40 hours to assemble, and this one maybe 10, with maybe 50 flights and 100 flights, 150 on this one.
Wow, so you definitely, not new to the hobby, but you definitely have a love for big aircrafts, and you definitely show that.
Big yes. Small yes.
And everything in between. So is there anything different that you have to do while you're flying in cold weather or preparing the planes any different?
It's mostly the hands, the face, and the feet. The engines, the gas engines, you start a little harder. One of the big concerns with the electric is the batteries. Lithium polymers do not like cold weather a lot, so you have to restrict your flight times or find a way to keep your batteries warmer.
Yeah, that's usually when you see people putting them in their shirt pockets and stuff to keep them warm. All right, guys, now we have Gates here with us. And maybe just looking around at this picture, can you spot out the oddball object here? Yeah, Gates went out for a practice flight this morning, and you broke your prop, didn't you, Gates?
That is right. It's pretty windy out there. It's the
Gates
wind.
is always
It's always windy.
always doing the opposite of what he's supposed to, and that's what happens. Gates, can you explain your planes here to us a little bit?
We got the new Scimitar from E-Flight. I just have 2 flights into it. Picked it up this past Friday. It has elevons, and it also has the vector thrust, which is great for the rudder control. So the vector thrust, it's pretty simple. You need a 6-channel. You mix it with your rudder control. And what that does allows you to move your propeller left and right with the rudders. And the ailerons, they pretty much work with elevators. So it's your elevators and ailerons mixed together, which they call them elevons. You got your upper elevator, and also you got your left and right ailerons. So they all work together. Really neat little plane.
Cool. Well, I can't wait to see these fly in the snow. Let's hope for one more thing, though, Gates.
You bet.
No more broken propellers.
0.
78 miles an hour.
Nice. This thing is a beast. What do you think?
I think that thing was a beast. I'm actually supplied it flew in that much wind. As you can tell, an experienced pilot can do anything he wants, and Greg did a very good job today doing that.
Yeah, we must have a good at least 30-kilometer wind today.
At least, and if not, it's cold. I know his thumbs are very cold, but he stayed on concentrating and he got it down and there's no casualties. So for that, we're very grateful. Well, now as you can see, we got the cars on the table. And here we have Al, Tracy, and my truck and my airboat. So Al, what have you done to your truck for preparation for today's winter race?
MIP-CVD's RPM arms to get it nice and tough. Swapped the motor out, went with Castle Mama Max speed control as well, just to handle the bigger motor. Load it.
So how do you keep it waterproof since the Mama's not waterproof?
Now we're using just an outerwears cover that's going to cover up all the electronics and everything, keep the snow out, keep it dry.
Nice. So Tracy, what have you done to your truck for today's race?
Well, not too much. I still have the stock electronics in there, which are already waterproof. Waterproof servo, speed control, receiver box all sealed up. I've installed the big bore shocks on it, so the suspension's a little bit better. RPM arms, so tougher arms. All the knuckles are aluminum. I got the over tray to help keep the snow out a little bit so it doesn't build up too much. But that's about it, really.
And I'm the underdog today. I have a two-wheel drive Stampede with a lengthened chassis. The only stock part on the truck is pretty much the ladders underneath for the chassis and the transmission case. Everything else is all aftermarket. I'm running the same system that Tracy has in her Slash, which is just a standard VXL system. And I'm running T-Max size tires that I've actually cut the tires so they scoop a little bit, plus I got studs to help on the ice. Hoping that it gives me a little bit more of an advantage over four-wheel drive, but we'll have to see what happens.
Broke the drive shaft, I think, when our friend there drove over my front end. That's a pretty common problem with the stock drive shafts on these guys. I think it's time to upgrade. First I get another Slash on top of me, which I think is what broke my, my drive shaft, and now a plane's driving into me. Awesome day.
We're gonna try the scimitar. Let's see how this guy works. Second flight, third flight.
I take a little bit of carnage. I'm actually gonna get Greg to move his plane behind the shack so it doesn't get wrecked.
No confidence, eh?
Not no confidence, just there's lots of room for error. For those of you who don't know, Gates has been away all summer and he actually hasn't picked up a plane since last time he flew in RCTV. So it's been almost a year, a little bit over a year since he's flown, and he's done a very good job. Bring it down, you're gonna lose it. Okay, bring it by, nice and quick. 73 miles an hour. 82 miles an hour. Oh, fuck off. 97 miles an hour to the jet. This is an S-Block 30cc that's been converted to electric. And again, Greg's flying it. He's doing a very, very good job at it. Doing some stunting. Ooh. And unfortunately, when you fly, you have crashes. Well, the good part about RC is at least the pilot's fine. Now, Greg, how many hours and how many bottles of glue do you think it's going to take to fix this?
Yeah. Do you have some of those round cans?
Yes.
Good.
Well, unfortunately, folks, that happens when you fly. You live on the edge. We had a failure up there. I believe the battery came unplugged just by looking at it. And at that point, you just got to step back and let it happen. Yes, it does hurt, but there is always other planes to go, and at least you're not hurt, and that's the fun part about RC. Well, thank you very much for coming and checking out our Snow Bash with airplanes, cars, and even airboats. Now, you stay tuned from RC TV. We're going to go have some more fun.
What's up with the hat, Ryan?
Well, it's not like you can just go to any store and buy this kind of hat.
True enough.